What's going on, people? It's your man the White B. Once again, big shout out to my doggy Matty Bell for coming through and boosting up the Bet365 donations. Bash. Okay. So we got an update. We've been away for a minute still. So we got some breaking news. It's about a week late right now for the masses. Where can we start here? So on the 24th of July, in fact, that's not really the chronological order, but nonetheless, we'll start with a chronological order-ish. The WBO have now officially ordered Oleksandr Usyk, very nice, I like it, to defend his ring and undisputed championship world titles against Joseph Parker. Both parties have 30 days to agree a deal. Now, I don't want this fight. I've been saying this. Listen, the major media, Parker deserves a shot. Parker's had a whole bunch of shots, folks. He fought Andy Ruiz 10 years ago. He got punched up by AJ. He got punched up by Dillian White. He got plastered by Joe Joyce. Okay, he's come back around again. There's no disputing that. He's in the top two guys to get a shot. But at the same time, there's a Donny right now. The Oleksandr Usyk won't even mention even half his name. And his name is Agitus. His name is Maximus Agitius Caballelius. Okay? They don't want to mention his name. Bottom line. You see all the, we want Parker. That's become like the generic. Remember when Dillian White needed a shot? Then again, boxing was kind of dead then. Dillian White probably did need a shot. But still, we've got another guy right now. And he's taking dudes' bodies from them and their souls. That's what he's doing. I don't think the thing is, if I thought Parker had a better chance at beating Usyk, I'd say throw Parker in there. I don't think Parker's got a better chance than beating Usyk or at beating Usyk. Yeah, I just don't think he does. But what do I know? Not a lot. So he'll probably knock him out. You know what I mean? I'll tell you one thing for free. I'll see the odds. And if Usyk is any better than a 1.3 favourite, so if he's let's assume Usyk versus Parker's and Usyk's 1.3 decimal, which means you put 100 down and you win 30 quid profit. I'm putting a grand large. That's what I'm doing. One large, a real large this time. That's what I'm doing on Usyk, because we're going to find out who the main player is right now. Either I'm up 300 universal credits. That's a month. That's a month of taxpayers' work there, folks. 300 there, yeah. Or it turns out the YB's the main player and Usyk gets punched up. Simple as that. I ain't playing with this Cabal system no more, man. That's what we're going to do. I'm up 300, or it turns out I'm the main player. That's what it turns out it is. No doubt about it. They're watching what I'm doing, man. They're watching what I'm doing. Anyway, that news is put out there, right? Now, let me throw a bit more context out there. Because I don't know. I got a feeling. This ain't rocket science, but I got a feeling that Usyk's going to... I don't know what he's going to do, but still, I got a feeling he might relinquish the belt with the WBO, which means Parker will fight someone else. I think that it's the light-skinned prophet, Moses Atauma, who's highly ranked in the WBO. So assuming he beats Dillian White, he's going to be the one that they order it against. I don't like that fight, though, for Moses. But anyway, we're digressing here. This is a video from Fight Night that was leaked to the YB. Joe Parker kind of half pulls up on Usyk. Here's what happens.
Usyk. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you, bro.
You look good, man. You look very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's have me next.
Bro, I don't know. You this time I want to rest.
You want to rest?
Yeah,
listen, have a rest. Usyk.
You've probably seen it by now. Essentially, Parker kind of walks his way into the ring and does some glazing. Oh, you look really good. And am I next? And Usyk says, I want a rest. Now, we have to afford, if we're fair, if we're not Usyk hating, which some people may say I am. But okay, let's assume we're not for a second. He deserves a rest, no doubt. No one wants to be booking their next fight, particularly not 38. Who knows? He might decide he wants to retire. I've got a feeling he might retire and or do some weird clown yeah, the fake the cake dinner lady pool fight. Because at the same time, you've got Joe Parker walking in there all frigid looking. Oh, you look really good. I'm doing you some serious harm. You're 5 foot tall and you're getting it. I'm sending you back to cruiserweight by the time I finish with you. What's wrong with these man? What is this? Bootlicking era. To some extent, Turkey has induced the bootlicking era. To go along as to get along, because no one really wants to rock the boat, and it's become the Usyk Glaze show. Yeah? You're getting it. Never mind, no, have a rest. You'll need a rest after I finish with you. Yeah, you'll have a long rest. You'll have a retirement rest when I finish with you. You're fighting me right now in 30 days. Do you understand? What's wrong? Parker's, you look really good. Usyk pies him off. Now, at the same time, people was criticising Dubois when Dubois hopped up in there, and popped off on him. Now, Dubois Dubois a big stiff idiot, but still. Dubois was told by Frank what to do. People criticised Dubois, but that is what you're supposed to do, man. You ain't supposed to be friends. Dubois no good. He didn't back it up. He couldn't back it up. He's like this. I've been saying this. Even though I got the bet wrong, but you have to give me some credit. I told you he's too gappy, man. He's too gappy. He don't know how to... He's like... like a big stiff horse. That's what he's like. A big stiff idiot horse. All down the middle, all round the side. He gets whacked everywhere, so he's no good. But he got in there, caused a bit of a fuss, and that made Usyk angry. People are saying Usyk put Dubois to sleep, or hit him as hard as he could this time, because he was wound up at the disrespect. But this is the fight game. If he has to disrespect you to get the fight, so be it. Right? Because Joe Parker, he looked cucked here. Oh, my next. Oh, well, I got a rest. So, listen, Usyk could legitimately want a rest, and some people are saying that Usyk, he's an honourable man and he will fight the next best. Which, at this point in time, I'm in the middle. He could fight the next best, or he could fight Fake Paul. Now, where's the evidence of him fighting Fake Paul instead next? I can't play this footage. I'm pretty sure it's from DAZN or whatever, but look, this is a fact. After the Usyk versus Dubois fight, whilst Usyk's telling Joe Parker, who is his next serious challenge, or one of the two serious challenges that's, well, at the end of the day, it's been ordered at this point. Joe Parker has. Usyk tells Joe Parker, I need a rest. Let's not book nothing in now. But at the same time, he digs up Fake the Cake Dinner Lady Bingo Wings Paul and is happy to do a face-off with him. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say, I need a rest, but at the same time, I want to build some intrigue for Fake Paul. Well, you can, but what this implies is that Usyk wants to do some freaky shit with Fake Paul. Now, I don't want to see him doing a wrestling rubbish, man. I think I've heard Usyk trains wrestling. I've got Usyk punching Fake Paul up in wrestling, but I'd rather just see Usyk fight Fake Paul straight up in boxing. Let's not do all this rubbish. Yeah? But then again, Usyk's a bit of a humanitarian. I could see Usyk being that guy who goes in there and sees Fake Paul as a bit of a clown, sees him as a young and up-and-coming boxer and just faffs around with him. So maybe I wouldn't want to see that. I wouldn't want to see Usyk beat Fake Paul on points. Sorry. I want to see him splattered. And I got a feeling if Usyk might be like, do you know what I mean, doing one of them ones, carrying him. I don't want to see Fake Paul make it 8 rounds or 10, 12 rounds of Usyk and then he gets to say, I did better than Dubois did, right? Or, I won 3 rounds. No, I don't want to hear that. So if, maybe it's best he does it in wrestling then, right? But still, it begs the question, why face off with Fake Paul and not Joseph Parker? The only logical explanation is that the Joe Parker fight is a harder night's work, obviously. Fake Paul's big shmoney, and there's almost no risk. Even if you lost, it's in wrestling, but not now. I think Usyk's a little bit too relevant right now to be fighting Fake Paul, honestly. He should be... The Fake Paul fight, in wrestling or not, should come when you've literally retired, because your name will still be ringing like that. You don't need an undisputed championship to fight Fake Paul in a mixed martial arts fight. You could do that in the first year after you've retired and relinquished the belts. It's not going to make a difference. Now, if you were to box him, it might, right? But there's no way they're going to... Fake Paul ain't even ranked at heavyweight. I think he was ranked at cruiserweight. I believe they might have changed that now. But still, you get the point. Yeah? So I don't really like this from Usyk. But I'm biased. I want to see proper boxing. I don't want to... Well... If Usyk wants to go in there and fill Fake Paul in, but there's other man, AJ will do that. It makes more sense for AJ. AJ, what's he doing? He needs a warm-up fight. So he can go and get in there and have a go on Fake Paul. Because he would have a go on Fake Paul. I don't care. Listen, I've got videos coming soon. I've seen AJ, he's partying. He's off the dizzle, allegedly. So I don't know what. He might have already signed a contract with Fake Paul. That's what he's doing. I swear I've got a video coming this week. I've never seen AJ partying before. He's partying with Tyson Fury. He's got the dizzle with him. And I'm thinking, he knows something, man. I've never seen this Nick partying, man. Yeah, there was even some broads there as well. I think I've never seen Johnston partying with broads. So I feel like Johnston might have already signed a Fake Paul contract. And you know what? He knows what's coming. That makes sense. He knows Fake Paul's paid him to get plastered on the canvas. So, but in theory, if it's not rigged, AJ does Fake Paul serious harm. That's how you know it can't be real if it does happen. It can't be real because he ain't that stupid. He went life and death with Tommy, who's useless. Tommy's regional level at best. I don't think he'd win it. I don't think he'd have beat Dan Aziz, for example, at 175 for a British title. He damn sure wouldn't beat Vidal Riley or even Chev Clark at cruiserweight. Would he, Tommy? So he's literally he'd go life and death at regional level. I'm not even sure he'd have to be. I think Tommy Fury and Fake Paul would be circumstantial regional level type contenders, i.e. right place, right time. I think Sam Sexton, for example, he became British heavyweight champion. That for me is a circumstantial British heavyweight champion. You have to be at the right place at the right time. He wouldn't have owned a British title in most British title reigns, if that makes sense. But anyway, that sets the scene for this Parker and Usyk situation. Now, the good news is, for people like myself, is the following. Not this one.
Some people get hit with...
This came out in the same day that the WBO ordered Parker versus Usyk for purse bids. Here we go, folks. Riyadh Season and Seller are not interested in making a fight between Oleksandr Usyk and Joseph Parker, the ring has learned. So, this basically, Usyk, there's no doubt, the fact he's facing off with Fake Paul now, he wants to make big shmoney. And unfortunately, if you want to make big shmoney, number one, you've got to be a Riyadh Season, but number two, you've got to be fighting someone other than Joseph Parker. Yeah? Bottom line. So, if this fight isn't put on by Ring Magazine Riyadh Season, which it's not now, they're saying, I believe Usyk will drop the belt. Unless we'll find out how much of a martyr he is. If he chooses to fight on one of Eddie Hearn's or Frank Warren's small hall shows instead at the York Hall against Joseph Parker, then fair play, he just loves to compete and it's not about the money. But at the same time, there's two options, there's two trail of thoughts here. We can rule out, Turkey said here, he don't want Parker and Usyk, and I agree with him, I don't want it. But the issue we have here is, what does Turkey want instead? Now, I'm biased. I'm thinking, Turkey saw my video, yeah, and he's putting Caballel on, his man. His man. Yeah, his man. 100%. No doubt about it, man. Putting his Sandy man on Caballel. But at the same time, we know, before the Usyk and Dubois fight was made, Turkey came out saying, oh yes, Fury, very nice, I like. Fury versus Usyk, what date was it? 26 sometime? Something like that. Oh, I don't want to see that, man. I'll watch it, obviously, for free. I'll watch it for free, for sure. But there's loads of things I'd watch for free, right? But listen, I'd rather have Parker than Fury. I think Fury's finished. He can do all people that say, oh, he's back in the gym, he's running. He was jogging before the rematch, and he took that rematch seriously, apparently, right? There's no way you lose a close fight and don't take the rematch seriously. He tried, he's done his best, man. He's finished. Fury's already talking now about, oh, I want to get out the game with my health intact. You can't go into these fights thinking about that. I'm convinced of it. You can't go into a fight thinking about you need your health intact. Particularly against a man you've lost to twice. You're going to have to go to a place you've never been before, to be quite frank. How many times has Fury been there? Wilder 3, he maybe went there. Wilder 1 maybe a little bit. But that's Wilder. You can't box for toffee, man. You can't box for toffee. You're going to have to really dig in to beat Usyk. And I don't think he's got it. Parker, on the other hand, he's at least got... When was Fury's last good win? You've got to go back to Wilder 3. Fury's beat no contenders like a Zhang. I guess you give him Wilder 3, wouldn't you? But yes, that's all he's got. All you can talk about in Fury's career, really, is a washed-up 50-year-old Vlad and Wilder 10 times. There's no other. He doesn't even have the Povetkins or the Pulevs in there. I'd have expected him to beat them, but that's not the point. I guess you got to throw Dillian White in there as well for whatever that's worth. But I don't want to see Wilder. I don't want to see Fury. Versus Usyk. Sorry, that boat sailed for me. So I'm hoping. The argument is, well, Fury versus Usyk does big numbers. Does it? Maybe. I never thought Turkey was in this game. He must. I don't believe. Paying Usyk and Fury 75 mil again each. That's 150 million. The reason I bring it up is to say Fury and Usyk, it might be the bigger fight between Usyk and Caballero, but it's still going to make no money. Bottom line. Yeah? To make 150 million at £25 pay-per-view, you've got to sell how many? That's a whole bunch. How about that? I can't do the maths. Yeah? I've been bang on it all weekend. I can't do the maths right now. It's just the end of the day, man. My head's frazzled right now. So I can't do the maths. I'm going to do the maths for you, man, quite quick. I'm going to cheat right here. Let's use some AI. Yeah? 150. That's not even right, is it? Let's do it the long way. 1.5 million. No, it's 150 million, isn't it? Oh my. 150 million. That's the amount we've got to make to break even. Yeah, divide by 25. You've got to do like 6 million pay-per-views. Yeah, you have. You've got to do 6 million pay-per-views just to break even on their purses. I guess you can call the gate, but the gate, they might do it in the UK, right? That is the. But how much is the gate bringing in? 80,000 tickets, 100 quid each on average. Even if you did it £1,000 each on average, which it's not, because most cheaps are dirt cheap. Most tickets, are dirt cheap. So 80,000 times by 1,000 would be 80 million. Either way, they'd still need to do like 2-3 million pay-per-views. It's never happened, and that's just a break even. So the point is, it's fair to assume it's going to lose money anyway. All these shows have lost money. Bottom line, they've all lost money. I'm convinced. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm convinced they've all lost money. If these numbers are true, that's the other thing we don't know. Oh, he's getting paid 400 million per fight. That could also be fake. I don't know. But I think it's a fair assumption they're losing money. If they paid Ryan Garcia 20 mil and Rolly Romero 10 mil for bum fights, right? That definitely lost money. Stinko de Mayo with what's his name? Canella, Carrot Top on. It lost money. So if you're losing money, no one wants to watch it again. That's what I'm saying. It's not like everyone's rock hard through it. I'd rather Turkey lose money on a proper, let's see if we can get Usyk out of here type shit. Not because I'm necessarily against Usyk, but I think it's the cycle of life. Yeah, when a guy runs off with the belts, not runs off, but when he retires with the belts, it does leave a bit of a sour. Like to some extent, listen, I loved Beterbiev, and you man know how much I was riding Beterbiev, right? But the fact Bivol beat him, I'm not bitter about it. Why? At 41, how long is that going to go for? So that proves that it's not about me hating Usyk. Because I love Beterbiev. But I'm not mad that Bivol beat him because Bivol's 32 and now we get to see Benavidez have a go and Styles make fights and whatever else. That makes sense? It's a cycle of life for young guys to beat old guys. Maybe Usyk punches up Caballero. Maybe he punches him up. Predictably, he would punch him up on the odds as far as the odds are concerned. I think Caballero right now is a 4-1 underdog. So the odds are saying he gets punched up. He gets weighed in more convincingly than Dubois at the bookies right now. Even before, I think Dubois was 3-1 on the bookies. So Caballero is a bigger underdog than Dubois was. At the same time, though, if you're going to blow a whole bunch of coins, you could blow a lot less coins too. Yeah, you pay Usyk 50, and you pay Caballero like 5, or you know what I mean, 10. That way you're only down 60, rather than. And Caballero's even said we could do it in Germany and get a little Ukraine thing going on, so there'd be a home element there. I don't know how. I'm not a geographical expert, but that kind of makes sense to me. Yeah. Get some of them Reich Dons in there. But anyway, we're going to find out what happens, but it looks like Parker's going to be fighting someone. Let's have a quick look, actually. I want to have a quick look and see. Oh, come on, man. where the WBO rankings are. Box.live, is it? Nope. Because if it's a Talma hasn't even fought yet. He's not going to be ready. Parker's been out for a minute. Oh no, he did. He punched up Bacoli, but that was 6 months ago. End of the day, Parker should be fighting again, more or less now, and he's got nothing booked. Okay, heavyweight. Let's have a look here. I don't know how Fury is still ranked number 1 by the ring, behind Usyk. Sorry, that's stupid. That's super stupid. But that shows you Turkey runs the Ring magazine. Turkey is maintaining. Turkey just told you we're not paying for a fight with Usyk versus the number 3. Right? This was updated on July 16th to its brand new rankings. He's told you that. They've even ranked Caballero below Parker, so it's almost fair to it. I'm not sure how they worked that out. Sorry, how have you got Caballero ranked below Parker? He just punched Zhang up in 6 rounds, and he punched up soft body Sanchez. I guess the Martin Bacoli win was good, but come on, he flew in on 12 hours notice. His legs must have been stiff as a board. No training. That fight for me's got a bit of an asterisk on it. Well, clearly, you can't give that a legit win. I'm not saying Parker wouldn't beat him anyway, but that's what Parker should do. I've been saying this. That's what I've been doing. I've been saying Parker should have another go on Bacoli if he can. But the fact they got Caballero 4th, that doesn't bode well, folks. Yeah? That really doesn't bode well. To be honest. They're not even saying... Turkey ain't even saying Caballero's better than Parker, and he's not giving Parker a shot. So it's looking like you're going to have Fury and Usyk. The fact Turkey's kept Fury at this number 1 ranking... Oh, man. What is going on with this pagan thing, man? For real, for real. I'm trying to find the WBO. Okay, the WBO... It's Parker and Natalma. And you've got Hrgovic and Zhang and Akoli at 4. No, it's got to be... Well, what does Parker do next? Fight Hrgovic? He's not going to rematch Zhang again. It's a bit like that, isn't it? It's a bit one of them. There's no one else there. Really? He's not going to fight Akoli, and I wouldn't want to see that. Akoli stinks, honestly. He proper stinks to place out. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like with the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. In fact, let me say one more thing as well, right quick, man. Turkey man, pull your finger out your ass, man. Yeah. His Turkulency, pull your finger out of your ass. You want to see Maximus Agitius Caballerius in there. He's renowned for soft bodies as well. That's what I don't get. He's renowned. In fact, even if your body ain't soft, who knew yet that's Frank soft body Sanchez? Who knew he was soft? Who knew he was creamy on the inside? I didn't. What about Big Bang Ibangu? Yeah, sweet sour. Who knew he had a creamy, jammy scent on the inside? I didn't. Right? So never mind. Okay, let's assume Usyk doesn't have a soft body. Well, that's maybe fair to say. Right? But neither did Zhang. Yeah? Neither did soft body Sanchez. He came from Fidel Castro's crew. Right? Do you know how many miles soft body Sanchez had to swim from Guantanamo Bay? Come on, people. He's fit. He's got gas for days, and Caballero punched it out of him. Don't play with Caballero, man. They play him with Caballero right now. They play him with Caballero. And I've heard apparently Caballero is like a Kurdish type dude. I don't really get the whole religion thing. I thought people from the same religion, but you get it even in Christian, don't you? You get it. The Protestants and the other ones. I think, what are you man all fighting about? You don't talk. Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know, to be fair, but I'd assume if there is a big man upstairs, what are you all bitching about? I just don't get that. You should be getting along. But there's an argument apparently that someone told me that Caballero's Kurdish, and even though he's from the same big band, yeah, the Muzzy, but they ain't all get on. You got the Shia and the Sunni, they're all bickering. I don't know, maybe it's an element of that. I can't understand why they're not putting Caballero on. He ain't get... When was the last time he fought? He punched up Zhang in February as well. He can't get a look in edgeways. At least Parker's got the media glazing him off. Caballero ain't getting nothing. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. Johnny Burr.